Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi T. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, lay the foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple or flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. It's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt you, man, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
Oh, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, did I make 2K? Hopefully I made 2K. That'd be awesome if I did. Title here today. I did have it as shit show, integrity, morals, and justice, Quinton Simon. I removed the shit show because I believe that you all understand that it is a shit show. Let's get into integrity and morals of what is and isn't supposed to be put out there. As everything, even stuff that even social media that people do reflect on him getting justice. So if it is where the investigation is leading to, everything that's done by everybody, including family members, is all done for a reason. And the bottom line is we want justice for Quinton. Quinton is the one that is speechless, doesn't have a voice in this. He's still missing. They have not found him. Evidence points to that he is no longer alive, is what I'm taking from this. And we'll break it down a little bit here. We'll watch the press conference. Sometimes things are done by certain family members to bring out information that otherwise for legal defense is done for a reason. And I wanted to bring that out as well. A lot of times if you hit stuff head on and get to it before other people get to it, that it allows for you to start your criminal defense. So I just wanted to put that out in 1 second here. All right, we're going to play this. This was the news WCL from last night. I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to go and see if they're ready to stream this. It still has 9 minutes, but we'll go see if we can find the stream after this. But just catching people up on what's going on here. the grandmother actually released messages and was all over Facebook. I believe that they've known this though, and they're trying to get ahead and knew that by sending messages to other creators that the cat would be let out of the bag without law enforcement to doing it first. And I believe it was a tactic for for their defense strategy. And there's a thing called integrity, morals, and justice. And everything that's going on and stuff can be used in the court of law. So even with them not coming out and saying it and other family members coming and saying stuff, everything affects the way that a trial will go. So it was poorly executed, in my opinion. Well, sometimes people get to antsy and instead of waiting for police to verify and stuff, jump the gun. And that's when it could hurt the in the justice process. And it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I could be wrong too, but it'll be interesting to see the justice process. Just because they named Leilani as a suspect doesn't mean that there's not other suspects, and that's what people need to understand. There was other people that lived in that house. So I'm keeping an open mind on this. Yeah, I get it. She's a suspect, but there's also a brother that was there that could be a suspect as well. There's also a grandmother that in very, very big trouble with having custody. And there's also a boyfriend that lived in that home as well. So there may be a lot of other things that happen here. I'm going to play this. Let's get this out of the way here and play this. And this was the news down there. So I'm going to mute out, let this play here.
We begin with breaking news, sad news. Chatham County Police and the FBI have notified Quinton Simon's family that they believe the toddler is presumed dead.
According to a tweet from Chatham County Police, authorities have named the mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in his disappearance and death. But police say no arrests have been made and no charges have been filed. Our Andy Cole has been following the story from the very start. He joins us now live. And Andy, the police took to social media to break this news.
Good evening, Shannon. That's exactly right. They took to Twitter, and I want you to take a look at those tweets. I'm going to read them for you now. We are saddened to report that Chatham County Police and the FBI have notified that Quinton Simon's family that we believe he is deceased. We have named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in his disappearance and death. But no arrests have been made and no charges have been filed. Chief Hadley will hold a briefing tomorrow at some point to give more details and answer questions. We will not be making any further statements or answering any questions until that time. We know that thousands of people around the world will be heartbroken by this news, and we share your sorrow. Shannon and Greg, obviously this is a major development. As you said, Quinton has been missing and is now dead. After just 1 week of searching, dozens of FBI agents were on the case, and of course, even more local law enforcement were there and assisted in this search, including Savannah Mounted Patrol, Mosquito. Many people were involved in this search, and many have speculated the outcome of this, and we still don't know a lot about this case. That's why we're going to have many questions for Chief Hadley at that media availability tomorrow. We will be there, and we will be pressing police for more information.
And Andy, you reported yesterday authorities were gathering all sorts of evidence in this case.
Yeah, that's exactly right. One thing that our legal analyst, Philip Holloway, noted is that it's phones that may help crack these cases. You got to think, by getting the information on this phone, you know exactly who I've called, who I've texted, who I've emailed, where I've been. This provides a lot of key information to law enforcement to help them paint a picture in this investigation.
All right, Andy, thanks so much. Definitely not the news any of us wanted to hear.
All right. So that was last night that they reported. I'm going to remove that and I'll be on screen. I just want to check to see if we got the feed coming in here yet. Bear with me here a second. So yeah, that's sad news. Hopefully they were able to tell all family members.
Community together and bringing our kids together. More importantly, it's teacher feature time. You had the chance to talk with an
Sorry about that. Give me a second here. Welcome in, everybody, and thank you, everybody that's subscribed. Bippy in the video being shared. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing and being here today. Hopefully, it should be streaming here shortly. I'm sitting tight, buddy. Just going through a commercial here, and then this should be coming up. They have not gone live yet. Hold on here one second. Quinton Simon. It looks like they are still setting up here, so just be patient, and we'll get into some more of it here as they have not come out and spoke yet. I appreciate that you stick to the facts and cover these cases with integrity. Yeah, it's seems to be a problem with some people. Um, it's better to live by facts than to not. And facts are facts. And here's what we'll do. Hold on here 1 second. Okay, I'm muting.
You ready? All right, good afternoon. I'm Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley. I'm joined today by FBI Supervisory Senior Resident Agent Will Clark of the Savannah FBI office. As you know, our investigation of disappearance and death. We have not made an arrest or filed any charges at this time. From the moment we received the 911 call reporting Quinton missing, we have conducted an exhaustive search for him. Sadly, we still have not found Quinton. But our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue with every available resource we have in order to give Quinton's family closure and see that justice is served in this case. I would like to thank the FBI for their invaluable expertise and assistance during our search and for the help they will continue to provide moving forward. We know that millions of people fell in love with Quinton Simon the moment they saw his face and learned of his disappearance. We have seen the outpouring of love and concern for this child and the outpouring of grief at the latest developments in this case. The men and women of the Chatham County Police Department share that same sadness, but we also feel very determined to keep working as hard as we can and for as long as we have to find Quinton. Now, Special Agent Clark will have some comments, and then I'll return with some closing statements.
Good afternoon. My name is Will Clark. I am the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent in charge of the FBI's Savannah and Brunswick offices. From the moment the FBI became involved in this investigation, our primary goal was to assist the Chatham County Police Department in bringing Quinton home and holding anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. To the Chatham County community, our heart breaks along with yours in trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence to get to this point, and we will continue to do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours lead, every tip, and every piece to get to this point, and we will continue to do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours.
Looks like they lost signal. That's on their end, not on mine. I'm going to find another one here. Sit tight. Wow. Wowzers.
I can't answer that. I can't answer that question.
Do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. The FBI has provided the Chatham County Police Department resources in this case, and those resources have come in the form of investigative, analytical, and technical assistance. For the past week, over 40 FBI agents, analysts, task force officers, and professional sports staff who live in the coastal Georgia area have worked tirelessly and continuously on this investigation. Last Wednesday, we mobilized our child abduction rapid deployment team, the CARD team in short, which brings with it experts from across the country who specialize in missing children cases. As needed, and as the investigation continues to progress, the FBI stands ready to deploy additional resources. In closing, we share the sorrow felt by millions and pledge every resource to assist the Chatham County Police Department in finding little Quinton.
Thank you, Agent Clark. And in closing, I understand the intense interest in this case and know everyone has a lot of questions. I'll answer what I can. But remember, our focus must be on not doing anything that jeopardizes the integrity of this investigation or bringing justice for Quinton. So with that said, I'll be happy to answer what questions I can.
Did you hear from the family last night that you might be targeting a landfill? About that, what landfill might be?
I cannot disclose any information relative to that. We will follow the evidence, and when our evidence leads us to search anything specifically or any specific geographic area, we will communicate that to you at that time.
Chief, I'm confused on why there was a tweet yesterday that investigation continues. What is that? Why? What makes you believe that?
I cannot get into any specifics relative to evidence. What I can say is the evidence that we have so far, based on multiple search warrants and interviews, has led us to the conclusion that Quinton is deceased. The investigation doesn't end, right there. We will continue to investigate this until its final conclusion.
No charges brought in the case. What made you think it was necessary to identify the other?
Because I'm sorry, sir, because the evidence has led us to that point and to this point today.
Why is she not arrested?
Because we will only do that when we feel we have everything that we need to. We only get one shot at this, right? We're going to do it right. We're going to do the best that we can. We're going to use the resources at our disposal. We're thankful to the FBI. And when we get to that point and we feel comfortable in counsel with the FBI and the ADA, that's when we will reach that conclusion.
Is anyone else being considered for criminal charges?
At this time, no.
What changed to make you suspect foul play?
The evidence in the case has led us to this conclusion.
Was there a date where you found the evidence that led you to this conclusion? Because obviously earlier this week and last week you had said you did not suspect.
The accumulation of evidence over these last 8 days has led us to this conclusion today.
Do you have an idea what it might be?
We do not have any specifics at this time. I can't answer that question with any level of specificity.
Do you know who Leilani's other two children are?
I can't answer that question.
Do you know where Leilani is?
I don't know where she is currently today.
Is there any chance anyone else besides Leilani could be your child?
There is no one else a suspect at this time. Leilani is the main focus of this investigation.
Are you not concerned that you've now named your number one suspect out loud to the public? Is there not a concern she might take off?
I can't get into any specifics, but we don't believe she's a flight risk at this time. All right. Thank you. Appreciate your questions. Have a great day.
Wow.
Wow.
So basically, my title fit this perfectly.
Yeah.
There's no evidence that he is what the grandmother said. So that's what I want to remind people is just because the grandmother said what she said, it could be truth. It could be to throw everybody off. It could be to throw investigators off. It could be a ploy to do anything. We don't know.
Right.
I believe that they did tell them that their evidence is pointed that he is deceased. In what they have found, but coming to the conclusion is how they determine that they're not telling anybody, and also where he is. I would think that they've been searching for 8 days, so I don't know. What's your take?
I just cannot believe that they can't get the truth out of her. You know what I mean? Like, I guess like in my mind, I'm thinking, like go tough on her, but it's not like in the movie.
Yeah, but I think I read someplace that she lawyered up on Monday.
Oh, that's right. That's
So
right. I
that's
heard that.
on Wednesday's was it Wednesday's presser where they said he couldn't speak about if they had lawyers or not, or something else, and he couldn't speak on it is because they lawyered up. So that would mean that the grandmother releasing this stuff is hurting what they're trying to do on the criminal investigation side of it. And that's why, in my own opinion, they should have waited until this press conference before, but obviously
Right.
family wanted it out there.
Right.
And there's a reason why they do everything. Don't think for a second that they didn't do that for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the last thing on my mind. Getting confirmation like that is to reach out to a YouTuber and share that. That would just be the last thing on my mind. So
Well, the only thing I can think of is by watching what was going on is they knew that person would put it out. They wouldn't even think twice of it.
Right.
And and it's to better help, I think, their defense. I mean, it's still grandma's daughter, whether she
Right.
Whatever she says about her, she still loves her.
Of course.
and maybe she's helping her now. I mean, grandma's in trouble here too. We
Well,
can't forget that.
the thing is that I noticed yesterday, I don't remember when, but I noticed everything on her Facebook, but she left a picture, put up a new picture of her and Leilani together. And I think that kind of was a message, that's the way I took it.
Well, yeah, I think she's going to do whatever to protect her daughter now at this point in stage.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. That's her baby. And I think it's very complex, her past playing into this, maybe some guilt. There's a lot going on here, but I think people are making some moves for a purpose, like you said. I totally agree with that.
Well, and it's working in their favor because I know for a fact that they can and should be arrested. Grandma also, I know, unfortunately, how this works. Well, and that's the whole thing is the grandma trying to protect herself because she had custody. So she comes out and leads them on this wild chase of, I mean, she would be arrested if they had evidence, like circumstantial evidence that's going to be able to prosecute somebody. They would have already arrested her. They don't have that yet. And maybe that was the reason why they came out with those messages yesterday. I mean, as far as it goes, it came out of grandma's mouth and it's hearsay until proven by law enforcement. So, I mean,
I just think all as a community need to be very careful. And if we really truly want justice for Quinton, then come on, then be careful. Think about what you're doing, because child after child after child, the parents are just getting away with it. It's unbelievable to me, and I just can't believe yet again. I mean, it doesn't mean that she won't be prosecuted in time or charged, but I don't know. It just, the way it's going down, I just can't. Just here we go again. That's all I keep thinking,
Well, the thing is they're in defense mode now. So if they have evidence and they came in and did whatever they did, and they have evidence to believe that he is no longer with us, that now the grandmother, the mother, they go into defense tactics, meaning defensive prosecution, and that's exactly what they're doing. And social media can really hinder on that. There's a lot of people watching this case, and a jury pool, a whole bunch of stuff.
Do you think that maybe because I don't know, I'm just kind of just brainstorming right now in my head, but is she trying, do you think, the grandma to kind of put it out there that there's some reason out there, like the postpartum or something like that? Do you think that's kind of her angle? Or why she's trying to get it out there, already tell people, she doesn't remember it.
Start laying that thing that she doesn't remember it, but at the same time, they have evidence to prove. Here's the thing: she was in the house and called 911. So she was I don't know if she was the only person in the house at that time, but she was the one that called 911.
Right.
He was in her care. And if there's evidence to believe, for them to believe, and maybe it's questioning evidence. We don't even know. Maybe they didn't even find anything in the house.
Yeah.
We don't know yet because they haven't said anything, but she could have been interrogated and some things could have been said, but we don't know what their evidence is yet.
Do you think that she, in a sense, gets credit for having called 911 herself? You know what I mean?
Well, Well, and we think that she called 911, but we're not 100% sure. They haven't released the actual 911 call. So we
That's
have
true.
dispatch records that say that the mother called, but we don't know yet. Was it from her phone? Was it not? I mean, they're going to have to go through all this evidence. And then
Well,
the car coming back by later on is now questioning me if they are searching landfills or whatever. If the car came by, was it even in those garbage cans? Could it be in a whole completely different place? And they believe that there's no other suspects here, but police, if there is other ones, they're not going to warn them.
right. That's true.
You know, they already came out and said that she's number one suspect, but I mean, there's still other people that were involved in that house, and there's still
Yeah.
other people that could eventually be suspects or still are. So
Yeah.
I take that into consideration too. I just think that she wanted to get ahead of the police. The grandmother did.
Right. But that's an interesting tactic that she took, I think. Like, it's just weird to
Yeah,
text
but
somebody.
when you have a receipt of your past and it's longer than a Walmart receipt, you know how the system works, and you
Yep.
know that getting in front of it and
Yep.
being the one calling the shots is a way better of a defense than letting them come out and do you're throwing a wrench into their investigation is what
Uh-huh.
they're doing. I'm sure they're pissed. Like they're livid right now because they had to come out and they had to say certain things, and she pressed that upon them because it caught like wildfire.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's trying to take control by doing that.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm sure it's been done. I don't think I haven't seen someone be so direct. Like, I don't know. That's just crazy. You're like sharing a confession about someone that you want to defend to someone you don't even know, who you know damn well is going to turn around and share it. Like, it's just weird. Like, the whole thing just wasn't expecting that at all. You know?
It's in Ellie's hands. Let's pray for Quinton's justice. Yeah, I mean, the thing is social media is going to have a big play in all of this. I mean, it's just making the police officers' jobs harder because they have a big, huge magnifying glass on them. They have one shot to make this make or break it. I mean, they named her as a suspect, which they should have said everybody's a suspect and not just named her. And there was the evidence they're not saying because they have to keep the integrity of the case. And who's to say that it has anything to do with the landfill? It could be a tactic to throw their investigation off. We don't know.
Well, that's enough. I'm so mad because I feel like they have worked very hard. And I mean, they have been on top of things and keeping us in a loop as much as they can. And then this happens last night. And it's like, I don't know, it just really upset me.
Well, this is Stacy. This is perfect. Doesn't remember ? But tells her mom he's in the garbage. Selective memory. So I want to touch on this. This is great that you put this in here because we don't know if she told her mother that. The mother could have got that from police, and it could have been a tactic to see what they did with it as they're still doing their investigation. So they could have said, hey, and maybe nothing's there. So they put it like they wanted to see what the grandmother was going to do with the information to lead them to a different tip or a different way or to find them. I mean, there's always a reason, a rhyme and a reason why. I think the detectives told her that. I don't think that came from her daughter. In my personal opinion, I don't know what your opinion is. Do you think that that the message that the grandmother sent to somebody last night, you think that came from her daughter, or you think that came from law enforcement told her that?
I'm kind of undecided, to be honest, because it's just so strange to me. I could see that coming out later, like a later, but so fresh. I don't know. I don't like it. There's something really weird about it. Just, I don't like it at all. You know what I mean? I just,
Well, it's also weird that it's also weird that the boyfriend took off to Atlanta and is trying to get custody of the other kid.
yeah, wasn't it like an urgency thing too?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Urgent. It was like an urgent, I don't know. I can't think of the term right now, but, which, I mean, I don't blame him. If he has nothing to do with it, I don't blame him a bit to get my kid and, beat it, leave, get away from this person in this situation. But, everything's just playing out so weird. I guess every case is in a way, but this one's just been so strange. I'm so mad that anything could jeopardize the chances of her being, charged. I'm tired of seeing people get away with this with the babies when we know good and well who it was. I mean, you're convinced, right, that it is Leilani that is behind this, right?
I'm not convinced yet. They don't have. No, they would have arrested her if they had proof that it's her. They don't have the proof that they need yet, and that's the thing. Is
Yeah.
even if they told the grandmother this, because maybe they're trying to get them to speak. It was said LE gave him permission to leave town. The thing is there was three people there was three adults that were living in that house, right?
Well, more, but three at the time.
Three for the last since September 8th or whatever.
Right.
There's been three adults that live in that house. You got Paul, you got Leilani, and you have Danny. So you have three adults. Danny, quote unquote, was at work. Paul, I don't know, but I saw him on a news clip taking off the rope of they roped off their property to keep people out of it. And I saw him undoing the rope, and he's at the property now. And then and then you have Danny, and then Leilani. But at the same time, their evidence is pointing them to that Danny was at work, Leilani was home. Where was Paul?
That is a good point. And sometimes I do need to be reminded of things, and I get kind of hyper focused on my own little theories. But that's true because let's say I'm always interested, sidebar, in where a rumor stems from. There's not quite often there is some truth to a rumor. It may have been twisted and mangled, but you know what I mean? But so let's say like I saw people were saying that he was, trigger warning, beaten. Well, how does that happen without like another adult in the house hearing that? So I do need to keep my mind open, and I'm glad that you do that.
Yeah. The other thing is so did the boyfriend lie about seeing him at 6?
Right.
Well, I mean, my theory is I have a theory in this, and I have a theory that an accident happened the night before, and they panicked, and something happened.
Yeah, that's part. I was thinking that too. Like they were just waiting for that 5, because come on, 5:29. Like that. They were just up all night waiting to make that call. Like get that out of the way, get the sitter out of the way.
Well, the babysitter said that their vehicle pulled back down the thing later on in the day. So if he was at work, like why would you have to pull back down the street?
I know.
Or that Leilani called him and he was out looking for him. We don't know that.
Right. I mean, I'll go with, okay, she saw the vehicle again, like when she was coming home from McDonald's or whatever. But I mean, she said the window was down. He was going slow. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe, but everything is just.
We also, unless she videotaped it, we don't have proof that it was actually him either.
No, but if
So
she's got up front of her house,
she has what? She has Ring
cameras.
Oh, well then maybe she has proof that he did go strolling by.
Exactly. That's what I'm kind of curious about. I mean, she said, I got cameras everywhere inside. I swear, like 99% sure. Maybe people in the chat remember her saying that she had cameras outside too. Well, actually, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I can't see chat, so I can't see if anyone remembers her saying that. But and if the car was going slow, you would totally see. You could capture that, clearly.
Yeah, I don't see anybody talking about that. But what I wanted to do is we'll do this. We'll go to what's the babysitter's name again?
It's Diana.
She did do a video.
Oh yeah, she did, like an updated one. She did.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. She added some TikTok videos. She did some very good videos too.
I forgot about that. It was really late last night when I saw it. Like she breaks down a little bit about finding out,
I don't know which one it is here.
Her hair is pulled back.
Well, she got a couple videos. Let's see if I can go to post.
Oh, there's chat. Okay.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, but I forgot that I can see chat.
It's tricky. What I always do when I'm on my phone, I always accidentally hit the X in the top right corner, and then it kicks you out.
I've done that. Yep.
I'm trying to find the video from last. Oh, here, this might be it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll play it here.
I've been debating about going live. But if I don't go live and I don't tell, people are asking different things, then, I'm not helping Quinton. But you're going to see a lot of different videos come out. And one of them is with his grandmother barging into my house. And the reason she barged into my house, and anything that I'm saying on here, I have proof of. She barged into my house, and I already made a video of this, but I need to clear some things up. She barged into my house because I offered to cook for her and to put flyers out. I don't understand why it made her so mad. She told me I was overstepping because I was just a babysitter. But if my child or my grandchildren was missing, and I do have grandkids, I would want any and everyone to help me. I was very emotional the other night when I went live because we were missing Quinton. We have all been worried about Quinton. I don't get on here for attention. I get on here because people say stay away from social media, but I need y'all to know when something is posted or I talk to someone that I need to explain when something happens the truth, not my side, not their side, but the truth, because a lot of people are saying, well, you're the babysitter, you should have did more. Look, I did what I thought was best. DFAX was aware of the situation. People can say, no, they wasn't, or they would have took them. Look, I don't know all the circumstances, but I know DFAX was aware.
Have you seen this?
I did not see the whole thing. I think I must have seen a clipped part because I don't, not this part I didn't.
So they've been aware this whole time.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I believe her. She's been very forthcoming and direct. I mean, she can't lie. She'll get in big trouble. You can't lie about something like that, you know?
Yeah, and it seems to me that she has everything already. Grandma thought she was overstepping for offering to help. That's suspicious. I'm just reading some of the comments here. Yeah, this is interesting. So it seems to me like she was doing all of the stuff that she was supposed to. It seems to me that there was what do they call it? D something.
DFAX. I don't know what that, or DPAX or something like that. I've never heard that one before, but I suppose it's like CPS here. But that opens up a whole nother thing if they did know. A whole other thing.
Oh yeah. Well, that plays into the whole everything. And
right.
I mean, if grandma was supposed to have custody and what she's saying is facts over here, and those bruises and stuff happened, Department of Children's Services. The babysitter is very genuine. You can tell. Yeah. I have a feeling that if they were involved in stuff, the bruises that were recent and stuff, I would imagine that grandma could be in some trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not like she didn't know what was going on. I mean,
so then when we look at how she sent that text, then you have to think it wasn't just for Leilani. She's kind of doing something for her own defense as well.
Well, and that's the whole other side of it. We don't know. Oh, they ain't gonna tell us what the evidence is, and we'll have to find out in court. But I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna play the rest of it here, and I'll stop if necessary. So,
okay.
And I know that I did contact the grandmother a lot via text or calling because she had custody. DFAX was aware of this. She did barge in my house and she did get mad because she said I was putting up a memorial for her grandson. No, I never said that. I didn't know getting some people together praying for Quinton was putting up a memorial. I didn't know that cooking her food was overstepping my boundaries. I thought that that's what you should do when a family is going through something. So you're going to see a lot. You're going to hear a lot. But what I'm telling you is the truth. I did my best with these kids. I'm going to say this one more time because probably 2,000 messages a day. DFAX was involved 100%. I don't know what they seen. I know what was told. I do have pictures. Now, these babies didn't come to me every day with bruises. Quinton did have bruises, but he also fell a lot because he ran. I wasn't there. I don't know if his mother beat him or gave him bruises. All I know is that when he was here, he was taken care of. The right people knew what was going on. It was up to them to fix this. It was not just me that seen this. It was half of the neighbors on this block, on this road. And not only did I say I was worried and did something about it, so did half of the people on our road. So I'm praying that Quinton is safe. I have faith in God that he is in this situation. Nothing to hide. And I've been contacted by so many people to do different things, and I'm not doing it. I don't want the attention. Who would want attention with a baby missing? Like, somebody would have to be, it's just horrible to think that people would want to get attention when a child is missing. So, no, it's not that. We did care and love and do love Quinton very much. And for all these people that are assuming and saying things, please don't. Please don't. Don't assume and don't say things unless you know it to be true. Because half of this stuff that is being put out is not true. And it really hurts the fact that everyone is worried about Quinton, and you're just making this so bad when it should only be about Quinton, not about me, not about his grandmother, about Quinton. So I don't want to do no more lives. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying now. That's why I've repeated myself several times. I don't want no more messages. I don't want people coming by my house taking pictures of me and my daughters. So yeah, that's what happened when she come into my house. She thought I was trying to make a memorial, and I never did and never would have, because I believe Quinton is alive. I just don't know where he is.
So this was obviously after the fact, and I'm glad that she covered, or she went over that they were involved. And you're on mute, just so you know. I think that it's important that she came out and said this, so that's a good thing.
I think so too.
I want to see if I have the other one here. She put up dance with Jesus, you are not mine, but I love you like you are. Your smile, that face, Quinton, I don't understand how anyone could hurt you. You are so precious. Monkey, we will see you one day. I will dance with you, baby. And then put up a bunch of TikToks. Yeah.
I know the one I saw, like in the middle of the night, she was crying, like breaking down.
Yeah, I know, but she's posted a lot of stuff.
Right.
Let me see if I can see it a different way here. Filters. Reported the situation to DFACS. DFACS is what they call it.
Okay.
Which might be Department of Family and Child Services, maybe.
I just can't believe that she got so much crap doing, like, I would like her as a neighbor. You know, like she's right. You do make food for people. You absolutely, that's a thing. You know, that's always been a thing. It's a kind thing, you know? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him down. It'll probably go back up tomorrow. The one that she did last night. I saw it. I just let's see if it's in here.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna look at my history.
Recent post. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's do videos. I can do this a different way here too. I can yeah, she's been posting some more stuff just recently too.
On her TikTok or on her Facebook?
Facebook.
Facebook, okay. Lay down.
I just see if I could filter them, but it's not allowing me to when I go in to look at all the videos.
Oh, okay. I come back on live for a minute, and the reason I did is because I have read some of these comments, and most of them were very positive.
Yeah, it's not in her thing, so she must have took it down. What we'll do here is we'll just put this back on the screen for now. Any other thoughts there, Kelly?
I'm so speechless by so much. I just I think that I like the chief and I like the sitter, and I feel like they're good, both good people, and are working hard for this little guy. And I guess we'll just have to wait. Patience, it's the worst, you know.
Yeah, well, and so they stated, just for my viewers out there, they stated they have one shot. So what that means and entails to me is that if Leilani is guilty, they won't do anything until they have all the evidence to prove that that whoever did this has done it. So what that's telling me from watching other cases and other things is nothing will be done until Quinton's body is found.
That's a good point.
And that may take 2 more weeks. We don't know.
Yeah,
we
you're
don't
right.
know where Quinton is, and evidence points to that he's not alive, but we don't know what that evidence is.
Well, double jeopardy is a real thing. It's a real thing. They can't.
Oh yeah, they can't charge her and then she gets off of the charges and then go back and try to charge her for the same crime. So they have one shot at this, and they need all the evidence that they can get and have a substantial case. That's why the social media stuff is making it harder for them.
Right. So just to everybody out there, who's a content creator, just please keep that in mind, because if you really want justice for him, let's take a deep breath and just have a little faith in them so they can do this right.
Well, that was my first thought is this a ploy to throw all of us off? Well, now since they came out afterwards, after mass chaos happened yesterday, that I like to call this a shit show, because here in my picture, you have the grandmother up in the babysitter's face. You have one named number one suspect.
Yeah.
Then you still have the police saying that the evidence point that Quinton's not alive.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of variables here and stuff, and I mean, people are going to cover it and they're going to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. But I mean, it's going to be a while yet, unless they have everything that they need. But I think if they had that, they would have already arrested whoever's done this.
Yeah, but now that you throw in the, like you said, other variables, now you've got the defects involved. You've got potential charges on the grandmother. Probably trying to weed out whether or not, if Paul was in that house, if he heard anything. I mean, this is a mess, and they're just, it's not like this is after the fact. They're still trying to find him at the same time as all this going on. So that's a lot going on for them, I would imagine,
Oh, this is a great point.
Huh. Let me see.
Everyone's talking to the family, but we know nothing about who Quinton really is.
It is like, how we know, like Monkey, Michael Monkey liked, like big trucks and stuff. And then we know that, Lucian likes sea creatures. Who, like, what's Quentin's thing? There has been, it's true, like kind of a lack of who he really is,
I'm just looking up something here real quick. I want to see. Let's see if she did it, Doc. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute for a second. You can talk about whatever. Can you see chat or no?
Let me pull it up. Yeah.
I'm going to mute for a second. I'm going to check out her latest TikTok video before I play it.
Okay. But like we were saying, like, I know Summer Wells was Paw Patrol. Let me think. Harmony Montgomery was Minnie Mouse. I mean, it's just kind of like, what's Quentin's thing? Let's look at chat here. Yep, Monkey's favorite color was blue. Yep. Yeah. The baking video with Monkey and his mom. I love that. That is such a sweet video. I love that one.
Well, so this is her latest one. If you guys haven't seen it, you go over and check it out. This was what was it, 1 day ago. But this is so when I watched this video, this was my turning point. When I'm like, she knows way more than she's saying. She's frustrated here by the music that's playing. The little standing is she's frustrated, and law enforcement's been forthcoming in what they are finding, and it could be a tactic to get people to speak up. But if you haven't watched this is a good one to watch. I can do this.
Okay.
So I dropped that in there. You guys should check that out because this was a day ago. We had this yesterday. You were emailed a TikTok of Quinton watching a show that he liked. Yeah. Well, a lot of those on TikTok have music in them. I don't have TikTok off. We can play it later for you, Jesse. You can watch it anyways. I dropped a link. You should be able to just click on it and be able to watch it because I wasn't even, was I signed in to be able to? You just Google her name in TikTok. Here, just so you guys know, it's a lot in here. She's got 9,514 followers. So there's a bunch of different videos and stuff. So if you haven't seen it, I dropped the link to her TikTok. I suggest you go check it out.
I'm definitely going to. I keep meaning to. What show was it that you liked? Do you know?
It's called Blimpy. Somebody's April. April, are you still here? Yeah. So, I guess on that note, we'll wrap this one up. I don't know. I'll probably be covering something here in a little bit, but I need to see what's going on here in the news media for a minute.
Right.
Let's
All
just
right.
before I go anywhere, hold on here. Let's Quinton Simon. See if there's anything pressing. It's like Quinton Simon update. Mom named suspect after FBI child likely. 1 hour ago, 4 hours ago, 51 minutes ago. Georgia toddler Simon presumed. Let me check Twitter real quick.
I'm gonna look at Blimpy. Aw.
I'm looking up Brett real quick, see what he's got here.
Okay.
We can't talk about the evidence, but the evidence has led us to believe Quinton has died. Do not believe Leilani Simon is a flight risk. He was actually there, so he's not out at the house. He was out at the house this morning. This is believed to be a friend, I think, right? Told her mother she doesn't remember. I don't know if this is Leilani herself.
I'd have to pull that up on my. Sluggy's right. It is hard to see on your phone. Okay.
What's hard to see? Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't see anything. So we'll wrap this up. And honestly, the first red flag for me was the photo. It was almost a year old. He looked nothing like that now. These days we have at least a photo every couple days on our phones. I agree with you, Sassy. I questioned that too, and then as you go and we're exploring through their social medias, a lot of something happened after August of last year, and trying to plus anyone noticed at first they said he was born in January of 2020. Do you think she could claim postpartum depression? I don't know. Well, I guess she does have a 4-month-old.
Yeah, I think that'll be some. I think it's a very big possibility that she'll try that.
Well,
And
I'd have to look at Georgia law and see
that's
what
true. You do have
what
to look
laws are and stuff. But
for the news stations mispronouncing his name. Come on, guys.
there's a lot of people that are. I noticed.
There's one M. It's Simon. Simon.
I didn't spell it wrong, did I?
No. But they're even adding an S, Simmons. I'm like, it's just simply Simon.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna do a hashtag and see if there's anything else here on Twitter. See if we can get any other stuff that's out there. Hashtag Quinton. And if you guys aren't on Twitter and you're not sub to Legacy puts out some good stuff. Like this is, I don't know who did this picture, but I don't know if Legacy did it, but that's a pretty cool picture.
Oh,
and
love that.
Legacy is always showing good information and stuff.
They spell it weird though. Legacy. Can you find it just by typing in Legacy, or you got to use those emojis?
Hold on here. Let me go back. Legacy is at her thing is at I am Legacy 23.
Oh, I'm all right. Okay.
If you type in I am Legacy 23, then it pops up right to her. She covers a lot of cases and keeps up on current stuff, and has always been nice to me. And
well, I'll definitely follow.
Yeah. Oh, here, I can post her link. Here. I know you won't be able to get it. I'll send it to you after.
Okay.
But there's Legacy's link. If you guys aren't following on Twitter, please do so. I just want to see the latest. Replying to... Social Truth.
And for anyone interested, there are some. I'm finding up some pretty good articles regarding using postpartum as a defense, because there's different levels of postpartum, or different, like 3 or 4 different types.
Yeah, and I don't know what the law is there, so.
Well, remember, you always have to do like the year before you type in something on the search bar, so you don't get something from 1996, you know.
So this is interesting. This is another news reporter. We've seen people coming and going from Simon's household all day long. Chatham County Police will be holding a press conference at 1 p.m. to discuss the case. They've been bringing food this morning. There's Grandma undoing the fence.
Oh, okay.
Or locking it. So that's kind of interesting. All right.
I'll drop down so you can say your goodbyes.
Oh, no, you're good. You can stay here. As I always say, if you see something, say something, and make sure you hit the thumbs up. And thank you, Kelly, for coming up. And thank you, chat, for always being respectful.
Thanks for having me. I'll see everybody later.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.